Hi, folks. I'm back again. We just did an hour and a half long show on the big, beautiful bill. And before that, we did a show on the revaluation of the dong. But then I've realized there's people out here who are going to be tapping into this at every level of understanding. People who don't know what a reset is, don't know what the dong is, don't know what dinar is, don't know what XRP is, don't have any idea. So what I decided I should do is do a real short, quick little video here, no slides, well, maybe a couple of slides, and just basically say, for those of you who need a little explanation, let me tell you what's going on. Go watch the beautiful new bill. We just posted it. It'll give you some real in-depth detail. If you want to go back and get to the start of this, go watch the show we did. That's much shorter. That's on the evaluation of the dong. And then next week, we're going to do a show that's going to do a deep dive that's going to give you an understanding of this. Is this revaluation of the currencies that I'm talking about plausible? If it is, then there should be some criteria that every single solitary nation has to meet in order to have their currencies revalued, and there should be parameters for what that currency will be valued at. So basically, that's what we're going to talk about. I talked about it for the last 2 weeks, and we're going to talk about it next week. And then here's a question that I was surprised when I had some people ask me, well, is this just the dong that's going to revalue? Because I was basically showcasing the dong. The only reason I was showcasing the dong is because I do things according to the unction of the Lord. And the Lord said, this is the time that I want to prosper my people, that I want to give the people an opportunity to have the transfer of the wealth from the wicked to the righteous. And I don't want to leave anybody behind. There are people out there who can afford to buy all kinds of dinar and all kinds of dong and all kinds of everything. But I picked for showcasing here what I thought was the cheapest entry point that there is right now. So basically, you can get a whopping $1 million worth of Vietnam dong for 60 bucks plus service charge, which is about $67 if you buy it from a bank. If you're lucky enough to find a bank that sells it. If not, you can buy it at a currency exchange, but they're going to charge you a premium. And if you can't do that, you can go look at the slide that's on the screen. You can go to exchange with a capital X, exchangeofamerica.com, and you can order it online. And here's what basically God's had me say. I don't leave any of my people behind. I want everybody to be able to prosper and be a part of this transfer of wealth that is going to change your life and metamorphosize, take the stress off of you and allow you to have time to commune with me and to come into brotherhood with me and sit down on my lap and talk to me and say, God, say, Daddy, what do you got for me? So the way this works is for 60, 70, 80 bucks, depending on where you buy it, you can buy $1 million worth of dong. And they're saying that it's probably going to be the number I hear most battered around is $2. So if you spent $60, $70, $80 a tank of gasoline, that's no risk at all. That makes no difference in your life. But if that turns in to $2 million, then that's life changing. And then what that does, as the dinar changes, as the zim changes, as the bolivar changes, all of the third world nations currencies are going to be revalued based upon a set of criteria that we will discuss next week. It's all very logical, all very analytical. We're going to lay it out for you. But what I want you to do is get an entry point now so that as those other currencies revalue, as silver revalues, as gold moves, as crypto moves, as XRP and XLM move, you can gradually go down and take what you've made, invest a little more, keep a little, take a more. God wants to multiply your assets. He wants you, if you have a heart for God, he wants to know that he has a heart for you, and he's going to give you an opportunity, no matter how little you have. Surely you can scrape up 60, or if you can't buy $1 million worth of dong, buy $500,000 worth of dong. And so now you're looking at about $30, $40 to get you $1 million bucks. But God doesn't want to leave one of you behind. He wants to go out and say, I'm leaving the 99 and going out for the one, because I want them to benefit just like the people who have lots and lots of money. And the key to what's happening here is God is taking the wealth from the wicked and giving it to the righteous. And the more you're willing to be a servant of God and to use most of that money for the kingdom, the more that he's going to bless you, the more he's going to give you the opportunity. So this, looking at the dong here, is just saying this is your starting point. This is where you can get it. But I will tell you this. Once this transfer of wealth starts to happen, it's going to cascade very quickly. So the situation is arising where this could happen most any time. I think it's likely to happen even in this month, but probably almost assuredly going to have happened by the end of the year. So if you look at this and you decide it's something you want to do, don't waste, go do it now. And I have to give you a caveat. Boy, I am not a financial analyst and I don't make any money off of this. I'm doing this because God's telling me. I don't make a penny off of any of this. I don't have any sponsorships on my show. I basically just doing what the Lord tells me, and the Lord wants you to be blessed. So take a look at this. Go do your own homework, make your own decisions. And if you decide this is something you want to do, the risk of it is very minimal. You're going to risk the cost of a tank of gas or a tank and a half of gas to maybe be worth $1 million or $2 million. So I just wanted to bless you all with that. So go watch the video that we just put up on the great big beautiful bill, and join us next week for the video that we're going to do that is going to take you through the logic of why it is absolutely logical that these kinds of transitions of wealth are happening. They were foretold by God, and it's very logical. But I think a lot of people have skepticism. So next week, we're going to erase that skepticism and show you why this is tangible. This is going to be based on the commodities that are in the ground and upon the manufacturing capabilities of these, and on the trade agreements that these nations have, and on the real value that they have in their soil and in their nation. It's not hypothetical. It's not just all God stuff talking. It's basically logic, and it's foundations, and it's God. And I want you to be blessed. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Oh, one other thing. I want to basically bring up a slide real quick on my book, because I want you to know that God's had me on a journey for 56 years. And he said, I'm going to hold you to the last. All of this is in preparation for the moment in which America is on the tipping point. We're on the brink of financial collapse. That's why this financial reset is happening now. That's why you have to take action now. And he wants to bring us together and do this without causing a civil war. So in this book that you see on the screen, this was ordained by God. He told me every chapter to write and everything that goes in it. It is to anoint the people of America so that we can come together and not be divided anymore, and we can stand together in unity. So it's going to tell you and teach you what a republic is. We're not a democracy. We never were. We're a republic, a nation of the people, by the people, for the people. And there are certain criteria that are required to be a member of a republic. And so this book was ordained by God for me to bring out at this point in time, so that you can understand what made America great, why we're under God's covenant, how God made us great, how we've lost it and given it away, how we're in the process of getting it back through what's happening now with these currency resets and the gold and silver resets, etc., and how we're going to keep it. So God wants to enable his people. He wants to call an army of people that will stand locked arms, that are going to believe in God and in country and in morality and Christianity, and are going to stand as a lock against evil. And we're going to get this country back, and America is going to be what it was intended to be in the first place, that light on the hill that shines out to the entire world. God used this once before to basically spread the gospel, and he's going to use this again, and he's going to create this as an astrologically, unbelievably big Exodus event, where basically wealth is not transferred in one nation, but in every nation around the world, and it's going to usher in peace and prosperity. God wants you to be blessed. Please watch what we just put up and follow us, and watch what we're going to put up next week. And every video that we do is going to have the following theme. It's going to create a problem, identify for you what that problem is, and then walk you through the foundation. It's part of that problem into a solution that I guarantee you've not heard before. What God gave me is through studying the Bible, through studying history, through committing 56 years of my life, he gave me the ability to make the complex simple. He wants me to deliver it to you now so that it can open your eyes, so we can stand together, so he can usher in the harvest of soul. He wants to bless each and every one of you. See you on the flip side.